Hello and welcome back to Robocraft and to the Chocolate Hedgehog. As you can see, I've actually coated all of its armor. I've replaced all of the light chassis cubes for tier 1 brown armor. I've also replaced all of the top mounted guns with tier 2 top mounted guns. So as you can see, we're about 1/3 of the way through tier 2 as it stands. Now, just to cover what I've done off screen, I played one further match of tier 1 just to get enough tech points to buy these two cubes, the Armored Inner and the Armored Tetra. That brings up the total T1 matches as 5 matches to get to tier 2 and one additional one to max out all of the tier 1 tech. I have also played 4 matches of tier 2 so far, and as far as it goes at the moment, though I've not always ended the games in the best possible state, I've always been on the winning team. As a result, I've got 35 tech points and over 4,000 RP. Needless to say, this puts us in a fairly good position to start this episode, and I think we're going to begin it with... There are a lot of good pieces here that I could take, but I'm going to go for... I'm going to snipe the steering wheel for tech 3, and I'm going to snipe the top-mounted SMG for Tech 3. And that brings us neatly to no tech points, alas. So there will be no armor purchased at the moment, but I'm not going to be buying the drive wheels yet. I may clear those out, but for the time being, I don't tend to use the drive wheels, and I very rarely use the front-mounted SMG, so I'm probably going to ignore those as well. But the next things that I'm going to be buying, maybe the thrusters, maybe the hover blades, or just some armor. But let's go ahead and have a quick look at our bot. There are a few things that I would very much like to do. And I think we're going to start off with some of those things. First and foremost, we're going to remove this section here. Yeah, we'll do that. Now, what I've been thinking of doing is... Now the question is, would this fit? Yes, it would. Good. Right, what we're going to do then, in that case, is not place it there. We are instead going to bring this out like so. There we are. Now, what I would like is to reposition the wheels slightly. One of the problems that I've often faced is having a sort of 6-wheel setup like this with a central wheel. Is this wheel always defaults to acting like a front wheel? Now, that can sometimes work to my benefit, but more often than not, it works against me, because when the front pair are shot off, as they almost always are, what ends up being left is, unfortunately, a situation where the middle wheels act as the front wheels and the rear wheels act as the rear wheels, but then I'm massively unbalanced, and I'll just seesaw back and forth. I can't actually gain any momentum, because if I tried to move at any appreciable speed, all of a sudden my bot is going crazy. It's just dancing back and forth. Now, what I'm thinking of doing is going to an 8-wheel setup. So that means I'm going to be changing a few things out. We're going to leave 3 blocks in the middle, so there's a very definite front and back pair of wheels. That's going to be the first thing that the Chocolate Hedgehog is going to get changed. And we're going to mimic this design of having the inner wheels forward by 1. That is, they come out a little bit more. And then the very rear wheels will tuck in behind them. That's the plan, at any rate. Now, that does mean, however, I need to bring this out an extra 2 blocks at the very least. So let's work on that then. We should actually be comfortable. Yeah, if we just bring this out 1 more like that, and then duck the top down and the bottom like this, we will have our rear wheels. I'm going to have to change the shape of the back of the vehicle, I feel. Now, before I get too distracted, what I would actually like to do is replace those wheels with the 2 new steering wheels that I have purchased. That is the tier 3 steering wheels. So we should be able to... Actually, I want 4 of those, not just 2. There we go. Now, that should help me a fair bit in preventing these wheels from being shot off. Oh, no, it's changed the dimensions of the wheels. That is annoying. I can bring those wheels in, though, because there's 3 spaces in the middle, and just as well I made 3 spaces in the middle, really, now. Alright, let's get these ones replaced. That is ever so frustrating. But nothing much that can be done about it, unfortunately. So we just need to change the shape down here. Though the problem with this is that if at some later stage I want to change this up and have these be tier 3 wheels as well, which I'm almost certainly going to want to do, then I'm going to need to change a couple of things in order to achieve that. But for now, we'll just roll with this particular design and see where that can take us. There we go. Right, let's get the tier 2 steering wheels and we'll place them in the middle there. Now, I'm going to... Oh, really? Oh no, we haven't got enough CPU! Wow. Wasn't expecting that, I will be honest. Perhaps having this many of these wheels is not a good idea then. Let's see. We'll replace the front wheels, have the more powerful wheels at the back. No, still can't afford it. Well, that is a bit of an inconvenience, and I will not... no mistake, really. Okay. Let's see. I guess that on the plus side means we can bring these wheels back in. Now, this is good in a way. I'm actually kind of glad that this is happening, because this is the sort of thing that I have not been able to notice previously, where the CPU limit would be the thing holding me back. As we can see, we are really low. Let's go ahead. We are going to need to extend this out a bit. It looks like I may need to grind a little for levels, and that is something I really desperately do not want to have to do. I dislike grinding generally, but we may have to do that in this instance just to get myself this CPU to be able to really adjust this. I had all these plans for how I was going to change this thing. Now, let's see if I can afford some of these wondrous things. I cannot afford all of them, so... I think we are just going to have to go out and fight with the regular guns then. I need a little bit more RP. Wasn't expecting that either. Okay. Well, we've upgraded the wheels slightly, though honestly, it's not really made this look very much better. I suppose one thing I could do is, rather than have that drawn out there, we will push these forward as I originally planned. Now, a lot of back and forthing as I try to settle on my preferred setup here, but hopefully it'll be worth it in the end. There we go. I think it'll just look a little bit better to have these wheels out there. Now, I have got a couple of other ideas of how I'm going to change the shape of this bot over time, but at the moment we're going to have to wait on that. I definitely don't have the CPU for too much. So I'm going to take this out for a couple of battles. I will of course record them, and if any of them are particularly interesting, I will include them in the footage. So I shall see you soon. And welcome back. It looks like we have an interesting fight here. We've got two two-man platoons on our side and one two-man platoon on the enemy side. A couple of self-named robots, mostly on our team though, and that is not always a good sign. Okay, we've got a plasma, we've got a couple of SMGs, mostly SMGs, in fact just one plasma that I can see, though we've got a few flyers, or rather hovers, and someone has pointed out that the symbol in the shields is not, in fact, the platoon number. It is actually the dominant tier of armor that bot is using. If you have platoon, if you're in a platoon yourself, then your platoon mate's symbols and their name will show up as green. That's how you'll know where they are, but you won't necessarily have any numbers in the platoon. Which makes a lot of sense. Platoons themselves don't really have identification numbers that we see anyway. Alright, there is a gun bed over there, and at least someone actually spotted it. Well done, you. I like the fact that the announcer actually calls out gun beds as well. That's rather awesome if you ask me. Where are our enemies? Down here perhaps? No? I may actually swap out those tier 3 wheels for now. I'm not sure. I'll keep hold of them for a little while. But I may actually go to the 8-wheel setup that I was initially planning. But we have someone over there. Damn, they're a little bit closer to the side, so I'm going to turn around. Okay, let's see what we can do. They've only got tier 1 armor. Right. Wow, half of their team has gone. Over half. Hello there. I've come to help my ally in destroying you. In fact, I stole the kill. Sorry. That was very bad of me. I actually do feel bad. Sorry about that. Did all the work. Took all that damage. And then I swoop in like some sort of scavenging insect. Steal your kill. Right, let's help by removing this plasma hover before he can line up any shots on me, because I've been bitten by that particular bug one too many times. Damn it, he's gonna get away. Kill him! Nope. No, he's definitely getting out of there. Okay. No. Oh, no, he's coming back over. No, he's going the other way. Ah! You fool! I've got a radar. I see where you're off to. No. Whether or not I'm going to be able to hit you at all is an entirely different matter. You nimble little thing, you. Oh, I hit you there. Come on. I can't even see you now. Damn it! Why is up? What is going wrong on our base? Who's shooting someone on our base? Oh, I see you up there. Yes, rail satellite, you mean? There we are. That should make actually hitting anyone fairly difficult for you and your super inaccurate railgun whenever you're not standing perfectly still or floating perfectly still, as the case may be. Oh, I got killed. Fantastic! So really, I would prefer it if we could kill the other two. Where on earth are they? Is that one of them over there? No, that's just some sort of shade on glitch. Let's see if we can pick anyone up on our radar. Anything at all? No? Absolutely not, apparently. Ah, that's just not dapper. Oh, there we are. Oh, I don't think any of us are going to be able to hit them up there. Oh, here we are. Someone with 11%. Has he actually still got a plasma weapon, or is he just a floating chair at this point? That is the question. Oh, can I get you? Oh, no, damn it. A little bit too late to actually take the shot. Not bad. Get in, though. Alright then, that wasn't too bad at all. Let's go ahead and... I think I am going to get rid of those 2 wheels. I will replace them with higher tier... Let's get those as well. I'll replace them with higher tier guns though, so I mean we're still going to be flirting with our CPU cap, unfortunately. But let's see, can I fit this there? Yes, I can. I thought as much. Ooh, very, very close indeed. How much do those wheels cost? Does it actually say? 22. No, we're not going to be able to do it. If I get rid of 2 of these... Okay, yes, we can now. Right, well, that works. Let's go ahead and set this up. I really, really want to try out this setup. Is that all right? Yes, okay. And we want the same thing over here. I guess we could hold on to the tier 3 wheels until we're actually in tier 3 and have our little... Oh, no, really? I was just slightly off. Let's see. You know what I could get rid of? I've got all these lights that are doing nothing, and see how much they take up? Stupid amounts. Absolutely crazy amounts of CPU just for a light. By taking 4 of them off, we freed up almost 100 petaflops. Okay, well that fixes that particular little problem then. Let's go ahead and stick these back on. There we go. We've got some nice powerful weapons. Would I be able to fit? I don't know. That would be asking a lot, honestly, to get 2 more of those down there. I couldn't afford them anyway, but No, I'm not gonna test if I can get the tier 3 wheels back on this. Though that said, let me see. Can I fit them there? Yes, yes I can. Oh ho, that's actually pretty interesting. How about I go ahead and fit these there as well? Aha! Victory is mine! Stupid headlamps. Okay, so we've got our 8-wheel setup. In fact, I've probably got enough P-flops to go the whole hog and get the front and the rear wheels set up. But for now, I'm fairly happy with this. Let's just go and see how this drives in a practice. Fingers crossed, it drives well. But they are all steering wheels, so this thing still tends to try and turn sharply. There we are, but it can turn really well. I like that. It can turn on a dime, but there we go, it flips. Okay, right, well, perhaps I should go for the drive wheels then, and have the middle wheels be drive wheels. Not quite what I would like, but I mean, I've got the flipper there, and it'll only really flip out if I go excessively. If I try to turn excessively like that, whilst going full speed forward. And let's see how much damage I can do to you, shall we? Zoom in, and hello. That was a bit of a weird glitch there. Not the huge amount of damage I was hoping for, if I'm perfectly honest. But one of the first things I can do... Ooh, wow, it's an ambush. One of the first things I can do to try and help with the flipping is something I wanted to do anyway, though I'm not sure if I'm going to have the right amount of room for it now. I may be able to just fit them in. I'm thinking I may need to adjust the position of these wheels. So yes, we're going to do that. We're going to pull these ones forward. So let's go ahead and do that. There we are. Perfect. Alright, let's get rid of you. There we go. Okay. Now, what I intend to do is I'm going to pull these wheels forward as well. Oh, really? I can't get them back? That's fine. I don't particularly mind losing the front-mounted guns. I'm not a big fan, as I've mentioned. So we'll actually get rid of those and give a little bit of shape there instead. I could go for additional... Actually, yeah, that said, I could go for additional T3 guns. Like this, but whether or not I could have T3 guns that close forward is the question. I suppose I can easily check by doing this. Yes, I can. Okay, well, I could have a tiered setup of T3 guns there at the front instead. Now, the reason why I want to do this is I've got a bit of a plan to help with the tipping over, and it'll also hopefully make it look quite aesthetically pleasing as well. Because we all know that I'm very big on aesthetics. And let's get that in there. And there we go, right. That is stage 1 clear. Now we've made a little bit of space in the middle. And what we're going to do there... Let me just check how many blocks I've got. I have not got very many. And you know what? I think I would actually kind of like using the higher tier blocks for this. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to buy all of these. I might need that as well. I don't have enough tech points for it anyway, never mind. Right, we're going to buy a chunk of these blocks. And can I go up by 5? No. I have to do that manually. Okay, well that's fine. Right, we're going to start off by having this come out there. By 3 on each side. Then I'm going to want some, well actually no, 4 on each side would be better. I think at that point, yeah, we've got clearance then. However, I could use slopes instead. Now, you're probably wondering what on earth I'm looking to do. My idea is to have a ring of armor going around the bot, just hugging the position of the wheels. We can add some embellishments to it, as in spikes, you know, so to actually give this name a little bit more meaning. The Chocolate Hedgehog without any spines is scarcely a hedgehog at all, really. But once we've done that, we've got the spines coming up from this. This will help protect our wheels, and it'll also give us a little bit of extra balancing to prevent us from tipping over the way we have been up to now. I dislike having that many guns on the front there, so we'll go with that for now. We can also place some extra weapons along the perimeter. We can do all sorts of things. But I'm going to go ahead and jump into a couple more battles. I'm going to leave this on there for now because it doesn't actually hurt to have it there. But I need a fair chunk more RP, a fair bit more tech points, and then I'll be able to afford to finish that ring. And hopefully, at that point, we may even be in tier 3. So I shall possibly see you on the battlefield. Or maybe the next time you see me, I will have all of the tech points and RP ready to continue building. So see you then. Okay, we've got a number of self-named robots. And when I say self-named, I mean like Robo 1, Robo 2. It's named after the garage that it's in. But we've got more of them on the enemy side than on ours, and that is always a good sign. Now, where is my team going? What kind of setup of firepower we've got? We've got 2... plasmas, 1 railgun. That arrow means a railgun there. And it looks like most of my team is going to go this way. So I am going to move with the pack. Now, we'll see if my extra wheels are going to help at all. The fact that they're a little bit further apart from each other should help a tiny little bit, but it's probably still going to have me tipping over, unfortunately. We've got... Ooh, actually, my whole team has decided to go this way. Fair enough, that's an unconventional route to take. It usually doesn't happen quite like this. Right, we've got some enemies down... No, we do not. Those are allies down there. Okay. I was going to try spotting them, but not much use. Right, let's see what we can do. Have we got any enemies on radar? That's another thing, actually. I will stick a second radar on this because a couple of people in the comments have suggested that doing so increases the range of the radar that we've got. Ooh, I almost put myself up there. Right, let's get some spotting going on. Oh, I missed my spot. Really? Ah, I missed my chance. Damn it. That is quite annoying. Oh, wait, no, there he is. Let's try and take you out. Ooh, he's hovering. Try and apply some damage to his hollow blades if we can. They are being revealed to me. There we go. Let's apply all the damage. I'm possibly being snuck up on those, so I'm going to reverse a little bit. We've got someone up on that hill there. He's got tier 2 armor. He's an SMG tank. And I've got level 7. Thank goodness. Some more petaflops for me. Hello, you. Go for the guns at the top. Aim for the guns primarily to try to take them all off. Don't worry about the rest of the bot. There we go. Fantastic. That's 1 down. And all of my wheels intact, but not my guns, unfortunately. Now, that is one of the reasons why you want to kind of spread your guns around a bit. Don't have them all in the same place, because it makes it very easy for someone like me to decide where to shoot. He's a gunbed. I don't know what criteria it uses. Does it consider gunbeds the same thing I consider? Oh, let's not play with him just yet. There's plenty of allies around there that should be able to get into position to attack him. They're not for some reason. Hello? I've also lost my radar, so I can't see if someone's behind me. Let me get into a little bit of a better position. I'm going to try and sneak up on that gunbed. See what we can do. Okay, Paladin Phoenix. Good luck. I will be back in a few moments once I've killed the enemy, because I'm not a coward. Still, well, good effort though. You're doing the right thing. You're trying to take the enemy out using the correct game tactics. Still a win. Ooh, damn it! I don't want to play with a plasma when I've only got. Well, I've still got one of my T3 guns actually. It might be all right. See what we can do. Hello there. Let's get a nice little spot on you. Make things a little bit easier. There we go. I think that may have been my T3 gun firing there, but that was not bad. Oh, I missed the opportunity to say good game. Well, drat. But okay, that wasn't too bad at all. Let's see what we get. 1,303 and 10 tech points. And it only cost me 89 to repair. Ah, glorious. Okay, let's go ahead and unlock these then. That leaves us with 4, with which we can do nothing. I'm fairly certain the next unlock I will go... I might go for the drive wheel, even though I just said that I don't tend to like them. It may be worth getting. But hover blades will probably come before drive wheel, honestly. Now, let's go and buy ourselves a couple of blocks. We're going to need 2 of these to... No, 4 of these to start with. And then another 10 of those as well. Right, let's get down here and place these where we can. There we are. And then we will be able to bring out the blocks to the correct sort of level. Though that said, no, we'll push this back a little bit. I prefer it if it doesn't come out and then immediately come out one more, if you can see what I mean. Like I can build off this now, rather than have it come down a step and then come out one more chunk before I can actually start building properly. Right, there we go. I'm not satisfied with the way that looks particularly, so how about I buy, in fact, let's just buy 10 of them, because I'm going to use 10 of them. I'll use much more than 10 of them, honestly. But this will be a good little start. Now, I would prefer it if I had something a little brighter for the color. I mean, not because, well, I guess because it would mean it would be much better armor. But I mean, I would just prefer it for the sake of having a brighter color. There we go. Right, that's my edge there. I kind of want to have a bit of a different edge, so let's try that. It's not ideal, certainly. I don't want it to be too angular. I want it to look a little bit more organic. But I may not get that opportunity. I'm not sure. Because that looks a little bit wrong, really. Ah, damn aesthetics. Why must you be so tricky? Buy 7 more of these. This is going to be expensive. I can feel it. Alright, let's bring this out down along here as well. So this is going to be our protective skirt, if you like. Now I'm going to need to anchor that in a couple of ways. I'm definitely going to want to anchor it here. So, really? I've run out of blocks. Okay, well, that'll be the next part that I work on then. Right, well... This is rather embarrassing taking it out like this. So I think what I'm going to do is... no, I'm going to take these off for now. And we'll see how close we can get the skirt around the back of this. I think we might actually be able to complete the skirt on the rear. So that will actually also give us a good idea of how much it's going to cost. Did we complete it? Yes, we did. Fantastic. We haven't quite finished the connection there, and we lack the components necessary to do so. Unless I don't worry about the fact that it's brown and just connect like that. That works at a pinch. It's not great. But this is what we're going to have going right around the bot. So I'm going to jump out to a couple more battles. I'm going to maybe get 3,000 or 4,000 RP, and then I shall meet you back here. So see you soon. And welcome back. As you can see, I've been in a few fights. I've managed to earn myself 3,300 RP and 38 tech points as well, which I'm actually pretty impressed with. Let's go ahead and buy the hover blades, the thrusters. I'm definitely going to want to use those in the design later on. And that's it for that. Oh, no, actually. Oh, wow. We can continue going down the hoverblade path. I hadn't spotted that. Can we get those two? No. But we can get T3 and thrusters and hoverblades with Tech 2 points as well. Okay, well, that gives me a little bit more that I'm going to need to spend time in here. Because one of the things you may have noticed is with the steering and drive wheels, if you're only interested in steering, then you can just ignore the drive wheels altogether. But unfortunately for the thrusters, each one passes on from the last. There isn't a way to bypass it, unfortunately. Now, we have a fair bit of tech points, so let's go ahead and buy... we'll buy 10 of each Actually, no, about 20 of the basic cubes there. Now, the total amount of battles that I've fought so far, I've got a sneaking suspicion that this will put me into tier 3 once I'm finished adding all of this armor on. But that won't be the end of this part. I've got a few more things I will want to do. And yes, we're in tier 3, so we've already made it to tier 3. We haven't really upgraded the bot overmuch, and that is a bit of a shame. We definitely want to get some more components on this, I feel. Let's see, have I got another one? Yes, I do. Haha, fantastic. I am going to need to buy more, though, because I need to connect this properly at the front and at the back as well. But we are in T3 now, and the total amount of battles that it has taken me to get here is a grand total of 14 Tier 2 battles. That's actually quite a lot. I was a little bit dismayed. Part of that has come from the fact that not all of my T2 battles have been victories. Alas, I really wish that I could report that they were, but they were not, and to report otherwise would be to lie. And dapper gentlemen do not lie. Now, I really do want to try and have a bit more of an organic shape, so we're going to do this. And then we're going to sink that all the way back there. Now, one of the things I intend to do is to replace all of the cubes running along the underside here, connecting together into the higher tier armor. We're going to need a couple more of those. Let's go ahead and purchase another 10. That should be enough for now. And there we go. Right, now I do want to bring that out as well. Now, where did I break that off? I broke that off after just one. I obviously want to maintain the symmetry front and back, so let's go ahead and just curve that around. And then we are almost done with the skirt. Now, this should help us a lot in the coming battles, in keeping our wheels nice and safe and protected from any shenanigans. Now, the other thing that we can do is we can move some of our guns down onto the lower tiers there. And that is going to come in all sorts of handy for us. In fact, I think with the remaining credits that we've got, let's go ahead and buy a few more guns. We're not going to quite have enough for 2 of those, so what we can do instead is grab one and place that there. Oop, I'm getting a couple of friend invites. Unfortunately, obviously, with making it known what my character name was, I've kind of opened the floodgates in a way. Now, you could carpet the skirt. You just have guns dotted all around the skirt. And in a way, that would be a smart move, because it does move the focus of enemy fire away from the guns on top. And if those are the more powerful guns, then that is going to work toward your favor. However, you don't want to get too crazy with that, because if you do, then the ones at the back are going to have a real hard time of shooting the ones at the front. So generally, you always want it sloping to the front. Now, I know there are going to be some people who are going to comment on why on earth did I go out with the rear skirt in place? Why didn't I switch it to the front, considering, you know, I'm going to be being shot at from the front? And the thing is, if you notice, if you watch enough of my videos, you'll notice that quite often I'll charge into battle. I don't tend to sit back and kind of exchange laser fire like I'm in some sort of line battle. No, I'll charge forward, and usually I'll go past them. So I'm swiveling around to try and hit them with a broadside as I'm going past. So quite a lot of the time when I'm in close quarters and the fight is the most chaotic and quite often the most bloody, I've got my rear or my sides pointing towards my enemy. So having the skirt at the back was actually just to complement my particular play style. Now, there we go. We've restored that part, and I think we can probably get away with just shaping the front just a tiny little bit there. Okay, now that is looking mighty fine, I must say. You are a very, very good little bot. Let me buy you another 2 of these, because that is one other thing that I've noticed, is that these are often getting shot off early on. So one of the things we can do now is we can attach them down below around the area of the skirt. Around there and there, I think, would be a good place. Oh, no, really? don't have enough. Okay, well, we'll place one there for now. My other plan was to see if I had enough space for that, but it doesn't look like we're going to have enough space. You know what? I actually would rather have the additional radar, so we'll go with that. We'll have a 2-tier system for radar at the back of my vehicle. I could, I suppose, try this instead. Would that work? Yes, it would, actually. You know what? We'll roll with that. We will actually move forward with that. But that is it for me, I think, with that just a little adjustment there. We are right on the edge of our CPU limit. We've reached level 9. I've probably been recording for about 50 minutes to an hour. Though, again, obviously, a lot of that footage won't make it into this episode. It's just been battles, and unfortunately, my winning streak has ended with moving into the high point of Tier 2. I lost a majority of the battles, and that's why I had to fight so many. In total, then, to move from Tier 2 to Tier 3, it has required 14 matches, and to move from Tier 1 to Tier 2 required 6. But I feel that our bot is actually starting to come along. It's got 3 Tier 3 guns, it's got 4 Tier 3 wheels, it has actually got quite a lot of laser weapons, so there's a lot of redundancy. It's got 2 radars, and it's got a nice little alignment rectifier at the bottom there, where it's not very likely that it's going to get shot off. I actually feel that this little bot is coming along quite well. I like the design. But that is it from me. I do hope you've enjoyed this episode, as always, and I do hope you'll be joining me for the next. But until then, and again, as always, do take care.